Funny enough, I was going to do this video back in January when the year started, but because of so many extenuating circumstances, I had to delay this video, weirdly enough, just before Valentine's Day. So this video is a follow-up / review / new customs all in one. I never reviewed the Greatest Hits Natalia figure, and that is a brand new custom I made recently that I never put on video. This one's an update, that one's an update, this one's an update. And just because I never reviewed the Natalia figure, I actually kept the box just to show you. I saw it once in the store and never again. Too bad she doesn't come with that little entrance jacket. But at least she came with the shirt. Toss this. The Natalia figure, aesthetically, the way it came out of the packaging was okay. This right here is a complete, almost 100% customized figure. Here's the rest of the figure, and here's the shirt it came with. Let's start off with why this became that. It's mostly the lower half. They gave her these giant long legs that made her like 6 feet tall. Now I know Natalia is not a tiny woman like some of the female wrestlers, but she's not giant like Raquel Rodriguez. Also, they gave her single jointed knees. What is this, 2011? And of course, basic boots. But for the most part, that's kind of unavoidable. But this should have been avoidable. And she's on pinecone joints. And to make matters worse, if you look at the top here, it just looks weird how this is molded and painted over. It's so wrong. Now the shirt itself, not inherently bad. It looks accurate to the shirt she used to wear, the paws out, claws out of her cat. But it's a Velcro shirt. And it's also very baggy. And here's the shirt on the figure. And that is why she's wearing this custom-made shirt of this shirt from PWR Lucha. And even though you can't see it, if I lift her hair up, you can see the graphic on the back. And the way the shirt fits is definitely more accurate than how this one fits. Although I did roll up the sleeves a little bit. So the only thing I saved from this figure are the hands, the arms, and the head. I did, however, give her this choker. The legs came from the original version of this Trish Stratus figure. And the boots, even though they are basic, ironically came from the Elite Series 74 Natalia figure. The reason why I chose these legs is because they have that like sheer see-through-ness, kind of like on here, but different pattern. So it kind of matches. The body itself is, once again, the Elite WrestleMania 40 Trish Stratus. And now that I did this, her height is fixed. Next up is Kairi Sane. Now you all know what I did to this figure already. I removed her weird collar, strap, belt thing. I'm still tempted to cut this up, but since the figure's so brand new, I'm not going to jinx that right now. What I did do, however, was fix the problems with her hands. So what I did was I got the Asuka Elite, the last one, where she has the green tears face paint. You know the one. And her hands were very similar already to Kairi's hands, that I took them and I painted them. I tried to match it the best I could. I could not paint the peg this color, but I was able to paint the back of the hands. Not perfect, but better than Mattel's attempt. Remember? Yeah, let's take her old hands, which are very small, and have the glove mold, and just paint it flesh color and that color. It baffles me sometimes when they do that. It just looks very yuck. Now, the only downside to these hands, the ones I painted compared to the old ones, is that because her hands were so small, that they were able to actually grip the parasol umbrella. You could still have her hold it, as you can see here, but it's more of a loose fit. Oh, in case you didn't know, this is Timeless Toni Storm's robe. She didn't come with a robe like Asuka, but this doesn't look that bad. Next up, my updated Thank You Trish Elite Series 111 figure. The only thing original about this figure is the head, the hat, and the arms. Everything else is custom. The torso was from the WrestleMania 40 Elite Trish Stratus figure. The legs too. The hands, I don't remember. I think that came from the Mandy Rose. This one may have come from the Stephanie McMahon or a different figure. Either way, I painted the fingernails in this one to match this one. The jacket came from that awful Trish Stratus figure. You know, the one that had that, looked like she had botched plastic surgery. And the boots came from the Elite Series 100 Becky Lynch. I just acetoned that stripe off of it. And the shirt came from PWR Lucha. Thank you, Trish. And thank me for making this figure even better. Next up, my finalized custom Tiffany Stratton figure. This one is a very specific look from Tiffany Stratton. This was her, in case you didn't know, from when she had to work on Fallon Henley's ranch and she got all dolled up just to work at that ranch. It's not 100% accurate to that time, but I think I did the best I could. And the reason why I say it's finalized is because I finally tracked down that main event series figure and did a head swap. Here's the rest of the figure. Weirdly enough, she only came with one open hand, one fisted hand. And I finally was able to remove this head. It's still on the original release of this figure that I have, but I didn't want it on this one because this one's supposed to look a little disgusted or a little bit arrogant, and this one does the trick. The hat is the same hat from that Trish figure. I just painted it pink. It doesn't stay on there too well. I used some putty to help it sit on her head. These were white bands I cut and tied to make it look like, you know, pigtail bows. That necklace I customized. The figure itself, the Elite Series 92 Charlotte Flair. The hands came from Tiffany's Elite. Painted the nails. The jacket was the Ultimate Edition Bianca Belair's. Painted it pink. The skirt came from the Stacy Keibler Target Exclusive Legends figure. Painted that one pink as well. The legs came from the Lacey Evans Elite. So did the boots. I just customized them to look as close as they did to the footwear she wore. Although they're not high heels, because she did wear heels, well, very small heels. I try to make them look like that, almost like an homage. Especially since it's easier to have her stand on shoes that are flat than with heels. But I try to make it look very shiny and silvery. And here's the back. Oh no, I think it came out pretty good. Even though I think she has a slight giraffe neck, at least with everything she's wearing, it kind of hides it or reduces it. So it's not too bad. If they do release a new Tiffany Stratton with a more disgusted look, head, that's better than this one, I'll probably put that one on here. And last, but definitely not least, this custom-made Rhea Ripley Elite figure. I know Mattel just released a couple of new Rhea Ripley Elites. Well, one Elite, one Ultimate. But none of them have her with her stomach tattoos exposed. I'm pretty sure we'll be getting those in the future very soon because she's been wearing a lot of attires within the last year that have this look. So this I made is a placeholder, especially since I don't have the new belt. But I did give her custom side plates. So, this one was a labor of love. The head came from the newest main event series figure. Same thing with the choker. The top, once again, PWR Lucha. The vest came from, what was it, Elite Series 84, Rhea Ripley. I just painted it. I drew on the words and other stuff. Not my best work, but the idea is there. I even cut off those annoying chains. The arms came from that, I forgot which Elite it was. The one where she's wearing the white attire. Gauntlets came from that same Elite Series 84. The tattoos here on her stomach are all custom made from Curb Stomp City decals. Same thing with right here. I stink with decals, so that's why these look a little weird. The legs came from the weird looking Rhea Elite. You know, the one where she's wearing that pink attire. I forget which one it is. For the torso, it came from the Target exclusive Legends China figure. Although, full disclosure, I did have an accident with this figure. Her right arm here, it broke off. It turns out, even though the modern women figures do have that special joint now, it's similar what they used on China, but it's skinnier. I think the same length, but not the same width. That sounds very dirty. So it actually was hanging on pretty loose, so I tried a technique to maybe stiffen it. But in the case of the right arm, just as I was about to accessorize her, it broke off. I glued it back on. I can still turn it slightly, but I'm afraid I'm going to break it again. So I pretty much have her permanently holding the championship belt up. But this arm, as of now, can still move around. But like I said, this is more or less a placeholder until Mattel releases one that's similar to this. Whether it's her from the Judgment Day or post-Judgment Day. But that is it for my review, sort of, and update on these 5 customized female wrestling figures. Tell me, what do you guys think? And which one of these is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. But until the next review, custom, or whatever else I do in the year 2025, I will see you soon. So how's this for a Valentine's Day gift?